All right, here we go again. I just did a video about Centro and how the mighty has fallen. Now, we want to do this video. We talking about Mullen Automotive Group, another EV company that probably don't have enough capital to stay alive. Unless they get a influx or a whale on their team, this company probably won't stay along for too much longer. And I'm not making these videos because I want to see a company go down. That is not why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because I want to see these companies stick around. I want to see these companies survive because we have money in these companies. But we also got to speak the truth about a lot of these companies. Now, we're going to dive in and we're going to share our screen in just a minute. But I want to know, how do you feel about Mullen? Do you think that this company has the notion to survive, or is it a little bit too late? Now, also, we want to talk about one thing in particular, and that's because so many of the market is flat. So NASDAQ, for example, they had to grant Central the opportunity to get in compliance. But one thing we got to see right here is stock futures are flat on Thursday evening as Wall Street heads for a losing week. And the reason why I'm sharing this information is because a lot of people see that the market is not where it needs to be for a lot of companies to survive. So I'm not going to read all of this, but what I want to show, futures tied to S&P 500 inched up by 0.05, while NASDAQ 100 futures gained about 0.1%. Futures connected to Dow Jones industrial average rose up 29 points or 0.08%. Those are not numbers to brag about. This is why stocks and why people are not bragging about the company. Now, you want to put Trump in jail, but I could tell you this: I was up on my crypto and my stock dealing with Trump. Bring back demand that's going to help my portfolio. And you can unfollow me. I'd have had 36 unfollowers this week because I was. Let's keep going. So investors brought up technology stocks during Thursday's session after a 3-day breather from the market rally, pushing the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite up 0.95% and shares of Apple to a new all-time high. So there are certain stocks that will definitely make your portfolio recession proof. But there's some stock that will make your portfolio crapper proof. And one of those in particular is a stock that we had so much love and admiration for, and that is Mullen Automotive Inc. All right. So Mullen, and this is how the mighty fall, right? Let's get into these numbers. The high of Mullen was 0.1946 for today. The high, the opener, that was the opening. The high is 0.1978. The 52-week low, which we are flirting at, is 0.1550. But let's look at this 52-week high, $42.75, right? Market cap, 43.40 million. That is lower than Central. Now, I know a lot of people came on my video just now and spoke about Central, and I got all kind of laughing emojis and all of this type stuff. But this ain't good, people. This is not good, people. But let's carry on, right? Let's carry on. And for people that don't know anything about Mullen and you are thinking about investing because they haven't received their warning letter from NASDAQ as of yet, but Mullen, and this is the Mullen 5, is a car that's supposed to be hitting the road soon, right? I believe like at the end of this year. or the beginning of 2024. Now they are taking reservation still. That reservation still. That's why they say reserve now. And this is the Vans, the Mullen 1, and the Mullen and the Mullen 3. All right, so NASDAQ. Mullen is a Southern California-based automotive company that owns and partners with several synergistic businesses working toward the unified goal of creating clean and scalable energy solutions and electric vehicles. We're now publicly traded as of November 5th, 2021. And the question is, before I get into the article, because the article is not long, can this company sustain? And for people that don't know the vehicles that they have, well, we showcased the Mullen 5 in the commercial. This is the Bollinger Motors. Let's look at this one. And this is the acquires the majority ownership of Bollinger Motors. And this happened in September 8th, 2022. And Mullen announced his acquisition of a controlling interest of EV truck innovator Bollinger Motors. This is Mullen's first EV acquisition. It propels the company into the medium-duty truck classes 3 to 6, along with the B1 and B2 sport utility trucks. The purchase price is $142.2 million in cash and stock for 60% controller interest, which gives Mullen the majority ownership of Bollinger Motors. Now, look, this was for 148.2. Now, when we look here, they done burnt through that cash. It didn't help them. I can tell you that, especially when Central is now more valuable than this, this company. You buy the company, you burn the cash, and then you can't sustain yourself in business. And that's just not a good thing. So this is the company that they bought. And it's like, okay, you buy this companies, you make it look flashy, and then people get out of the game. But we have our money in these companies, and we so far deep in these companies. Can we get out, or can we cash out? No, we're stuck. Now, at 19 cents a share, for some people, it just all depends how much money you have invested. Now, this is the GT right here, the Grand Touring. And right here, this says coming soon. This the featuring record-breaking electric hypercar dynamics. The Mullen GT-RS is here to redefine. Now, the car is beautiful. This car is beautiful, right? So they called it the GT-RS, but it was called the Dragonfly. So they changed the name. Like I said, this was called a Dragonfly, and they changed the name, but it's a beautiful car. But is it the marketing? Is it the stock itself? Why aren't these car companies manifesting and returning money on the investment? And another thing, just like Central, Mullen is actually creating their own batteries as well. So you'll think, if these companies are doing all of this, why aren't they manifesting into an income? And that's just, those are just questions. These are beautiful cars. I would drive one, but I want my money to return on my investment as well. Like I said, this is not a long article. All right, MULN stock. Mullen has too little cash to survive. Probably. Mullen is making promises it will struggle to keep. Right? So, like I said, this is not a long article. It tumbled another 50% this week for another one of the firm's most vocal promoters aired second thoughts. I didn't sign up for this, said Milan's Lawrence Hardge in a Facebook live stream. I ain't going to let what I invented be the death of me. I'm sick of people calling me. I'm sick of the death threats. Now, this is interesting right here. People have lost a lot of their money. And for a person to say they don't want to receive any more death threats, that's interesting. At first glance, Milan's cause and effect change seems straightforward. The founder and chief technology officer of Global EV Technology has previously touted a potential 10 billion deal with Saudi Arabia. If angry shareholders cause Mr. Hardge to withdraw from Milan, surely the EV firm would be worse off. All right. However, a closer examination of Milan's finances shows that its sagging share price is entirely balance sheet related. The company has long relied on death spiral financing to stay afloat and recently announced a moratorium of new financing would end this significant source of liquidity. Financing a growing EV company is hard. Milan's management could soon find out that doing so without external financing is next to impossible, right? And this is talking about the EV bankruptcies the Tesla experienced. So let's dive into that. In 2008, Tesla found itself 3 days away from bankruptcy. A car company is desperately trying to go bankrupt at any given time. CEO Elon Musk later said in an interview with 60 Minutes, Mr. Musk's firm only narrowly escaped after securing a $40 million loan. So you clearly see that a whale saved Tesla at the time. The world's most valuable car maker would face near bankruptcy again in 2017. Only some well-timed bond issuance saved the firm from extinction. So that is telling me that these companies can survive. It's possible. It is definitely possible. Will they survive? Well, we got to see. Car makers are constantly facing cash crunches because of their capital intensive nature. Factories can cost billions to outfit, and new car models take years to develop. Even at scale, the average Ford vehicle costs nearly roughly 33,500 to produce. Advertising and overhead costs make the final figure even higher. The problem is even more acute for high growth companies like Tesla that rely on in house production. Building a car requires stocking, inventories, and raw materials, which add up quickly. According to data from Thomas Reuters, Tesla currently has 14.2 billion sunk into working capital, or roughly 2 months of revenues. Its inventory alone was worth 12.8 billion in December 22, almost as much as the entire market capital of Nissan Motors. Mullen and his peers have similar cash requirements and at least relative terms. Workhorse, a producer of commercial vehicles, has 21.9 million in inventory, an enormous amount of firm generating only 6.7 million and trailing 12-month revenues. And even successful companies like Rivian have found themselves trying to sell excess inventory outside their factory gates. Opening a dealership like lemonade stand seems pretty reasonable when you need cash. So the point that I wanted this get into the game and talk about is what we need to understand is that these companies have so much to on their plates to keep the company going. Yes, my money is valuable just like them. My little $300,000 investment is not going to make or break these companies, but at 19 cents a share, even $100 will give me what, 20 shares. If that company goes to it, because it's going to take years. You got to just think about that investment. If that's what you chose to do, it's going to take years for your money to manifest for you. So keep those thought patterns in life. I just did a video on Central. Please look at that video as well. This company is going to take some time to manifest itself. They only have 40 million in cash. And as you can see, in 2008, I remember the interview with Elon Musk when he said that the other companies are trying to draw him out of business. Now they're the most valuable company in the United States, which is Tesla. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, and subscribe as we'll be coming to you with more videos in the future. And once again, we will see you in the next one.